Hi, I'm Lore from TankSpot, and in this video I'll be discussing the 10-man normal version of Lord Jaraxxus, the second encounter in the Trial of the Crusader raid zone. Lord Jaraxxus has quite a few abilities that you and your raid will need to handle. The first is Fel Fireball. This is a very high damage spell that Jaraxxus will cast periodically on the main tank. Fortunately, it has a fairly long cast time and can be interrupted, so as long as you assign an interrupter to keep track of it, it's not a big deal. He also has a Fel Lightning ability, which is cast on a random raid member and jumps up to 5 times to other nearby players. As long as your range classes stay spread out, this is also pretty easy to deal with. Shortly into the fight, he'll summon the first of 2 types of adds, a Mistress of Pain. This should be picked up by an off-tank and burned down quickly by anyone who isn't assigned to interrupts. She doesn't have much health, but can deal quite a bit of damage to the tank, and has an off-target charge ability that will hit a random raid member for a good amount of damage as well. Jaraxxus also has 2 important debuffs to keep note of, Legion Flames and Incinerate Flesh. Legion Flames is a randomly targeted damage over time effect that also leaves patches of fire at its target's feet. The easiest way to deal with this is to have players with Legion Flames run toward the edges of the room. However, it can be healed through if you'd rather keep the fire in one spot. Just make sure to move out of it as soon as the debuff wears off. The second debuff is Incinerate Flesh. This actually functions kind of like a backwards power word shield, absorbing healing instead of damage. If it runs its full 15-second duration, it will explode and apply a massive damage over time effect to the entire raid. The only way to remove it is to quickly spam heals on the target. Once the debuff has absorbed 30,000 healing, it will fade. The second type of add that Jaraxxus will summon are called Fel Infernos, which are spawned from a small volcano. Several of these will spawn from each volcano, and these should be picked up and tanked away from the rest of the raid. Keeping control of them is tricky, however, as they will periodically charge around the room at random raid members. They'll also occasionally stand still and channel an AoE attack called Fel Inferno. The raid needs to stay away from them as much as possible, and ranged DPS should be assigned to kill them. If you're having trouble keeping them under control, they can be banished. However, we found banishing them to be more of a nuisance than a benefit. Although there's a lot of mechanics to keep in mind while fighting Lord Jaraxxus, they're all relatively easy to deal with. Just move out of fire, heal the players with Incinerate Flesh, stay spread out, interrupt Fel Fireball, and kill the adds as they spawn. If you'd like more information on this or any other encounter, including the 25-man version, check the Project Marmot forums at TankSpot.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, just follow the link in the movie details. Thanks for watching, and good luck!